Okay, is this working now? There we go. I was just talking to myself because I'd forgotten that every time this damnable machine decides to become updated, even though I made sure I pressed the damn thing to push back the Windows update, it's still updated, and I forgot that every time it does update, I need to reconnect my microphone. So you guys just saw me there yapping to nothing. Just yapping to the air, I suppose. Anyhow, hail to thee, my kindred. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and night, wherever and whenever you are. Wiki, what's up? How are things in the land? I was gonna say the land down under, but you are not Australian as far as I know, so that would not apply to you. Alright, there we go. Gaming! We're gaming! What was I doing last time around? We did receive a letter where we have to go to Sentinel to talk to somebody over there. You live? How am I? I am doing okay. About as okay as can be at the moment. Quickly trying to remember what exactly... I suppose our main goal now is just go to Sentinel. I'm gonna have to reread that letter that we received. But before that, let me get in some training so that I may be swift and strong and all that good stuff. Critical strike, jumping. Well, I suppose swimming could use a little practice. I don't know how we are practicing to swim in this room, but who am I to disagree with the trainer lady? Is the game showing up on the screen properly? No, it is not. It is just deciding to be a hooligan. At least as far as I can tell. Okay, what is going on here? One moment. What is going on? Alright. I am gonna do this. Alright, that works. I think I had it on the wrong OBS thing. Even though it's worked on the other one before, I have not a clue why it didn't work on it now. Unless I was just mistaken this entire time and I thought one thing was the other, but whatever. It's fine. Let me see my letter. Castle Sentinel, I think was the one. Greetings and salutations. I hope your trip was uneventful. They say that you are keenly interested in the haunting of Daggerfall. My father, King Lysandus, my father and King Lysandus were somewhat close. You should visit me. I might be able to shed some light upon recent events involving Lysandus. Alright. Prince Lotun. How one pronounces this, I've not a clue. Lotun. Castle Sentinel. So we have to head over to Sentinel, of all things. Of all places. Wrong button. Every stream, I swear, I'm relearning how to play the game. Sentinel. Sentinel. There we go. Onwards. How long is it gonna take us? 18 days, but not a lot of money. Hopefully, this is not a trap of some kind. Not the right button. Horse. There we go. Even though I'm 90% sure I run faster than my horse due to the whole lycanthropy thing. Well, we'll still use the horse, you know? Might want to keep that stamina all nice and full, rather than using it up running around in circles. I forgot to download that mod that Knuckles told me to download. I hopefully will do it after stream. For now, though, I think I'll be fine as long as I don't go into any churches. There we go. Enter here. Prince. Actually, I don't know who the prince is. Probably is over here, all things considered. Let's see, that's the queen, so this has got to be the prince over here. The winding peasants who work my land near blah 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 complain that an evil wizard being there's about evil wizardry being practiced in the dungeon. It appears that this time they may be right. I'm in need of an assassin with enough time to travel to Balilonina Cavern and destroy the necromantic sorcerer there. I think last time I tried that, it took me quite a lot of fighting. quite a lot. If I remember correctly, it was not a good time for me to fight the damn necromancer. I shall say no. How inconvenient. Aren't you the prince? No. Okay. Unless there's another prince around here. Did I go to the wrong... It did say sentinel, no? I hope I'm not just a fool. Yeah, Prince Lotun, Castle Sentinel. Alright, so maybe it's somebody else in the castle. Because that's not Lotun, apparently. I suppose I can just go around and jabber on with the fine nobles over here. Let's see. No. Lord Vosek. There we go, this is the fellow. Welcome to Sentinel Among Us. I guess you must have received my letter. I know things about Lysandus and why he might be haunting Daggerfall, but before I tell you, you have to promise to do something for me first. Is that alright? Sure. You will. Thank RK. You see, I used to have an older brother, 10 or 11 years older than me, named Bias. Whenever I ask what happened to him, I'm told a different story. Some say he got sick and died, some say he was kidnapped by the Underking. Kidnapped by the Underking is definitely a story. I want to know the truth. If you can find some proof of what really happened to him, I'll tell you all I know about King Lysandus. Okay, who am I even supposed to talk to about that? I guess I could ask the queen. Although I suppose she's not gonna be too happy about that. What about this guy? Does this guy know? Okay, he won't even want to talk to me. Alright, time to piss off the nobles. Because that is always a good idea. There is the other prince, so the other prince might know a thing or two. Okay, for some reason I can't interact with people. Okay. No? Okay, something is going on here, and I don't know what. Because I cannot talk to anyone. This is strange. I assume I'm not going to be allowed to go into those other rooms because of the guards. Let me do a little quick save here. What can I do? What can I do? Jester? Okay, there we go. I can talk to the Jester. Nobody else, though. Tell me about... bias. I had one once, but the wheel fell off. Would you hold my foot while I get a drink of air? Okay, I assume... he's not gonna talk. Okay, polite. You are the first person to ask. Sadly, I remain ignorant of the answer. Okay, so I just have to ask random individuals. What about you? You see a knight. Well, that is obvious. What about you, chronicler-looking individual? By the sun, as if I know. Ask someone else. Okay, they don't want me to talk to them. Okay, nobody seems to know about the fellow. Okay, let's be polite. Let's ask about this individual. Oh, this is all I know. Baeus liked books more than the sword. It used to drive King Cameron crazy. Alright, so the old prince was a bit of a bookish fellow. That much we now know. Used to like books, so... is there anywhere around here that is library-like that we may... no, that's not it. Visit to maybe ask if someone else that's in said room knows anything? How impertinent to think I'd want to give you any sort of answer. Okay, whatever, nice. Let me remind you that I am nobility and you are a Red Guard scum. We are literally in the land of the Red Guards. Why are you being racist to me? You are a Red Guard. I'm a personal friend of Queen Carithi and do not covet your sword. Okay. Doesn't want to talk to me about that either. What about you? What do you know about... okay, nobody really... like, they are really grilling me out here. Lord Kavar. Aren't you the one that rebelled? What are you doing here? I'm like 90% sure you're the one who's rebelled. Ah, lords. I heard about Baeus once, but I forget what it was. I trust you implicitly, so I hope you understand when I tell you that I just don't know. Okay. They are cooking my ass. They are. They just... Like, the Red Guards, my own people. I despise your kind. Go away. You are a child. You are a child of the Red Guard Queen, I assume? Sitting next to the prince of the Red Guard Queen. Oh my heavens, these people. Okay, so maybe there's a library or something up here. I mean, they did say if I try to go anywhere else, they're gonna slaughter me. Well, who the hell is this guy? Okay, he's just there. Okay, get lost. Sure, I'll get lost. Assassins have threatened to kill me tonight because I refuse to sell my land. You know what? Sure. The mooring residents in the 3 hours before midnight be there. Wait for me at that time. Once they have been defeated, I will be safe once again. Sure. Sure. We're just gonna run into every room until we eventually get in trouble. What time is it in the game right now? Let's see. We still got time. The Elder Goons 2 Goonerfall. Welcome, you foolish hooligan. Known as Knuckles the Shuckles. How do you do? How goes your day? I hope you are unexploded and will remain unexploded for the foreseeable future. Let's see, do you know about the old prince? I got somewhere else to be. Don't care. No, I don't have a clue. Ugh. You're playing a game about digging? Well, that sounds, delightful? I'm unsure what to think of that. How much did it cost you? How much did it cost you? $3.14. That is pi. Okay, for some reason the music's changed when I went in here. Is this a dungeon? Is this evil? This is evil. Okay. I don't know where why is there a dungeon behind Sentinel? Like, castle. Where is this gonna lead me? Oh, heavens. You know what? I don't got time for this. I do not have time for this. What quest am I doing? I was asked by the prince. You remember how we received the letter from the prince of Sentinel, Lot, whatever his name was? He asked us to go around and find information on his eldest brother, who apparently disappeared, and nobody's telling us anything. And I also picked up a bit of a side quest that I now have to go and protect some noble lady because she's afraid assassins are coming after her. So we gotta show up at her house in a bit. But the queen doesn't talk to me. This guy also doesn't talk to me, who's another prince. The nobles don't say nothing. Well, most of them. The only one that said anything was the lady that said that the older prince used to read books and hang out at the library, maybe? And that it drove the king kind of crazy? Okay. Talk among the court is amusing. Bay was a prince of Sentinel. He died years ago. Okay, so he died. This guy just tells me he died years ago. This is the quest that shows how fucking awful the Sentinel King and Queen are, by the way. Oh, heavens. Oh, two pieces of information, I guess. One told us the prince died. The other one tells us the prince used to read books more than pick up a sword. Who else can we even ask? There's not that many people to ask. This one won't even talk to us. Okay, never mind. She talked to us now. You're a good sort. He was the only prince never to receive a public funeral. Okay, okay. Never received a public funeral. That's kind of important information. So we're getting bits and pieces of the puzzle here. Why is this box? Okay. I will ignore what you just... You know? Okay, she doesn't talk. Talk Tua is not a mixture of words I would thought I'd see in my lifetime. Okay, whoever you are. They keep telling me I despise your kind, despite being my kind. Avail yourself of the nearest exit. Okay, brother. What a lark. Safe hate is real. Can I talk to the guards, maybe? All those who having business with the queen. Okay. Yeah, whatever. We already know that. What about the guy that's over here? This other guardsman. Blunt. Right, he doesn't know anything either. Kraken, why is that always your first message? Gunner game? Gunner game, guys? Gunner game? Look at the pixels of these peoples and tell me that this is a Gunner game. How are you doing, by the way, Kraken? How are you doing? What was that quest I just picked up? That, let me see. Not that one. Mooring residence. Alright, let's just go to the mooring residence. Real quick. Oh, no, wait, huh? Oh, it's 9 in the morning. Okay. I forgot the way the time clock works here. So we still got... sometime between 9 and midnight. That's a lot of hours for a potential assassination. Mooring residence. Do we already know where the mooring residence is? I feel like we do, but maybe it's another mooring residence. Location. About. No, where is... Maybe it's somewhere... Well, it wouldn't make sense for it to be somewhere outside of the city. General, mooring residence. There we go. You asked the right person, just blah blah blah. Okay, I need you to write it down on my map. There we go. Okay, it's been written on the map. Doing good. Just had a big pizza for lunch. Ooh, what kind of pizza though? This is an important inquiry. Okay, mooring residence is northeast. Northeast. Which way? Which building? Okay, a little bit more southeast. Probably this particular set of buildings right in front of me. Could be... No, I don't think it's that one. It might be this center home. Oh, which one though? This one? Let's see if we can ask around. General... Okay, not this place. Let's see if this other place is the place. Ask someone who gives a damn. Why is everyone so rude? Okay. Gotta make sure there's nobody else in this building. I don't think there is, so check the other buildings, perhaps. Because apparently it's none of these. It might be this little small house on the side. God, that scared me. Okay, who... You know, if I just walk into someone's house and I see a woman with, like, red eyes, that's, you know, I feel like that's cause for concern. How do these people not know where this home is? Okay. No, hold on. Anyone in here? No. Well, in the name of the gods. Custom chicken, pepperoni, jalapeno, and mozzarella pizza. Oh, mozzarella, jalapeno, pepperoni. Okay. TC. TC. Tise. That's the name of the lady, so we have to look for a Tise. Okay, this literally has to be the place. There's like no other building in which it could possibly be. Hold on, maybe I didn't explore the whole thing. Oh, this must be the place. It fits the description TC gave you. Okay. Time to punch random assassins to death. Where is TC? I assume we just have to wait here, most likely, until it gives us a prompt that... You're not TC. Did I install any mods? No, I forgot to install the the no naked people one. I forgot. Bro, forgot. I did very much. Cruise sea. Alright, I mean, I don't see Sishi. These names are difficult, okay? My fellow Red Guards decided to give themselves the most difficult names of the land. And I suppose I just have to wait, huh? No goon mods? Bye. No anti-goon mods either, to be fair, Kraken. Wrong button? Yeah. Loiter, I suppose. Are we just supposed to loiter here until they just eventually pop out? Stealth skill improved. I don't know how, considering I've not done a single thing stealth-like, but sure. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I don't even know what an unladen swallow is. Wiki, you are going to have to explain at least that if you wish for me to do strange mathematics. European or African? That's also probably a good question, assuming there's multiple of them. Don't know that. Is this a reference? I feel like this is a reference to something, and I've just lost it. You're uncultured? Yol is uncultured. Sometimes, yes. I am unfortunately not one to keep up with things quite frequently, which is a bad habit of mine. "11 meters per second for European," says Kraken over here. Is Kraken correct, though? Now that is the truest of questions. Please, game, I'm bored of walking around. I have other things to do. Because it's getting closer and closer to midnight, and yet I still see no assassins. Nor the person I'm simply supposed to protect, so... she's either dead, or... the assassins are just not gonna show up. Is there no time limit for this mission? This particular one just says that some assassins are gonna show up between 9 in the morning and midnight to kill the gal, but the gal isn't even in here, so I'm just confused. I assume I have to, like, be in this building until they show up. If she somehow ends up dead, then so be it. Wait a whole day or more. Maybe. But there you are. I think that's her. Oh. This is not your problem. Leave it to us, or we will cut you down where you stand. You are literally dead. There we go. Your loot, mine. We really just had to wait. You drop to the ground completely exhausted. You wake 1 hour earlier. You feel somewhat bad. Am I dying? Okay. I think that he has made me eepy. Is there more of you? Uh-oh. Ah! I'll be fine. I can't talk to her, so I'm assuming there's still individuals in the building who need a little slaying. I think that, and I'm tired, so... Conveniently, I think we can... Okay, this is not the... Who's the owner of this place, then? We'll just go to some... What do you call them? Some inn. I thought this was an inn, but no. Apparently not. Does not work as one. Even though it looks like one. I mean... Another one hasn't shown up, so... Maybe we are good? Question mark? What else does this guy have? Mummy wrappings... Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I'll just wait until she's gone, and maybe then it'll... consider the mission accomplished. Let me do a quick little save. All right. Well, it is past midnight, so we should be good. Nearby inn, let me see. That might be an inn. Okay, you don't own the place. Who owns the place? Where are you, owner of the place? Not here. Here you are. Oh yes, I forgot this is your favorite song here. There we go. Okay, we all are well rested now, and I suppose can return to the castle to continue our good work. Unless we want to check if the gal is still alive, in which case, you know, give me that medieval shanty. Okay, she still won't talk to us, so... Yeah. 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 I just like to think that my horse is capable of jumping over people, which is probably not the case. I forgot where I met the gal over here when she asked for me to help her. They're probably not here, but whatever. This is the guy who does, well, actually, maybe he knows a little more. Now, tell me about... A red guard with manners. Excuse me, did you forget what race you are? That's a very greasy-haired horse. Okay, can we talk to the prince? We cannot talk to the prince that asked us to look around and ask questions. What about you, lady? Do you know anything about the prince? Taxing my time. Okay, she doesn't know anything either. Now this guy... Do you know anything? I can help you with that. I heard that Bay's former nursemaid was sent to Skyrim with a chest full of gold. Oh. Okay. She was sent to Skyrim with a chest full of gold. Skyrim, that is what he said. That is all he knows. The nursemaid, huh? So random guards can tell us things if we so decide to ask. Is there anyone else that can... Okay, he doesn't tell us anything. That kid just hates us on sight. What the hell do you mean I blew it? I was there protecting you! You were protected! Okay, this woman's on acid. There was one guy that came after her. I killed him. Like... And then it was past midnight, and that was that. What does she mean she still has the scars? What about you? Okay, you are a little bit more blunt. Okay, at least he's a little nicer. This one's already technically told us. I don't care for your tone of voice. Okay, what if I... Okay, nope, she's not telling us anymore. I don't know who else we can ask. We've asked a lot of people. You know how this quest goes, but you will not tell me the next step. That is fine. It is gameplay experience. The way of things is the way of things. I mean, there is that, like, random dungeon in the back of the frickin' place. I forgot how I got there, but it's somewhere. You know what? Why not? Let's just run around in there and slaughter everything. See if there's any clues, any shenanigans going on in there. Of the highest degree, of the highest order. Unless the prince wants to talk to us right now. No, he does not. That random dungeon. Manny Marco is gonna give me a quest to go there. Just get a guide online. That dungeon sucks. Really? Damn it. Why must they make things difficult? I forgot where I found it. Was it in here? No. Do you guys know? Strange that he's asking me to do something for him. Okay, where the hell did I find that door? Okay, what about you? I heard that name before, but I have no idea. Okay. This way. Okay, this is where the bloody thing is. Dungeon. If there's nothing in here, I'm gonna be not angry at all. You literally spent 3 hours trying to figure out what to do. You looked online, you realized you had to go all the way to the other side of the dungeon. It can't be that bad, you know? Can't be that bad. Let me see how long this thing is. If it's longer than James Cameron, then I don't know what to tell you. The Elder Scrolls 2, Daggerfall, Sentinel Castle Dungeon. I'm not even sure I spelled this thing correctly. Okay, there's Castle Sentinel itself. Yeah, there's a thing about the missing prince, but I don't want to read the wiki on that. I just wanna know. My money longer than James Cameron. It's dreadful. Painting the truth, the missing prince. Okay, it doesn't... What if I... Okay. Maybe I do have to... Blah, 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 blah. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to just still ask around? I have not a clue. Oh well. I can't find a map for this place, so I'm just gonna go. Huh? Okay, I'm just going crazy. I'm going a little crazy. Yeah, torture room. Lovely. Cannot have a good old castle without one of those. Every time, that tricks me into thinking I did in fact open a thing, and I didn't. Glad they have random grizzly bears down here. There was mention... I remember the prince telling me something that, like, one of the rumors was something about the Underking. So, I mean, like, there was one option with that old man to talk about the Underking. Maybe I can get something from that if I return. I hear like a beast, but... Okay, you are sneaky, but not good at swinging that thing. Holy water. Iron weapons, never really good against me. Holy tomes, probably... Yeah, that's worth quite a bit. I like how every time I turn around, they keep, like, walking into a wall. Can you beat... There we go. That bear was dodging. Ow. Let me in. Okay, that torch was a real one. I had my suspicions about it being a fake, and it was not in fact a fake. Or a lever of some sort. Wow, you are quiet, huh? Elven broadsword would probably sell for something. Nice little cozy fireplace in the dungeon. Who would have thought? Who would have thought they would have worried about such things? Oh, okay. Who's going ha over here? They appear to have a Minecraft villager somewhere down there. I do not know. Did I just go in circles? Probably. No, no. We're going places. Like how the moment I just see a rat at me, this immediate annihilation of the poor rat. I don't even know why they try. They're brave. A centaur? You are a horse? You cannot kill me? Oh, well, dead end. Bro is just exploring the dog shit dungeon for the love of the game. Well, listen, I don't know where else to go. Like, I did kind of try to find the exit when I mentioned the whole Underking thing, but then I didn't end up at the exit, or I guess the entrance, so, you know. Can I simply look at the map and figure it out? Probably. Do I wanna? You also do love how I'm just full of, full of what? Full of transitioned into hand-to-hand. Yeah, I mean, there is sort of no more point in swinging my sword around, because I don't even know if it does more damage or less damage than just punching things. Let me take a little gander at this bit of land here. Okay, so that's where we came from. I'm on like in the kind of opposite way. Nah, I can make my way back pretty easily. I have to keep going down and then... No, wait, hold on. Yes, yes, keep going down. Now I'll make my way back. Speed, speed, speed. I am speed. Wrong ways. Nope, correct way. Yes? Probably. Confusion. Okay, we're not too lost. I just feel more lost than I actually am. This is like when you take a test, and the only time you do well is when you're questioning if you're doing well on the test. There we go. Alright, let's ask people about the Underking or something. Old man? Where are you, old man? No, I have no clue. Okay, no clue on the Underking. Cool. We're gonna still ask like 50 different people. Jesta, tell me about the guy. What over Blunt? Underking? Those are questions taxing of my time. Fuck you too, bro. And the little concubine men aren't gonna tell me anything either, so... What about this old grumpy fucker? Ask around, someone's bound to know. But I was hoping you would know, because you're the one that's writing things down. Apparently not. My bad for assuming things. What about you? keep pressing the button that is not the correct one to get out of a conversation. How many more people could I ask questions to? Alright, ask politely. That didn't work either. Why do they have naked women everywhere? Gods above. Yeah, woman, I know. Scary, terrifying. Okay, she's just not gonna tell me about the damn Underking. I am becoming frustrated. Well, you tell me about the Underking. I highly doubt it. Doesn't sound familiar. Cool. What about you, Shep? By the sun, as if I know, ask someone else. Fair enough, I guess. The pixel titty is real. It is, it is. You think someone spanked it back in the day to that? They probably did. I'm just gonna look at the ground now. I don't have time for your type. No response. Okay. You know, we might have to ask the random naked woman about things. Oh, most definitely? Yeah. Well met stranger, can you tell me, okay, what about normal? Underking? Damn, nothing. Then better install the mod then. I mean, if I can look at the floor. If I can look at the floor and do it, I think I'll be fine. Okay, this guard did talk to me one time. What the hell? Who else have I missed? Like, I don't know who else I could have possibly... Like, the kid's not talking to me. This guy's... I highly doubt is gonna know anything about the damn Underking. It's kind of like the boogeyman of the Elder Scrolls. Well... I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've talked to, like, 99% of people. Is the issue here. There's nobody else really up there that can give us more information. I've basically talked to everyone over here. You know... For a story mission, this is awfully annoying. This is a good game, huh? Yes, you know, it's got its ups and downs, you know? It's got its up and downs. That's just the way of things. Which room? I think, was it this one? Okay, look at the ground and where was that? Okay, not this way. Just look at her feet. Just look at her feet. Okay, there we go. Maybe someone outside knows? Maybe. But why would someone outside know, you know? So ask someone who gives a damn. Okay, what about that? Okay, at least we didn't see any pixel boobs, so that's good. Am I not bound to the castle? Because I feel like that would be the only place that people would know about the prince, you know? Who else would know about the prince? Maybe other royals, perhaps, but I highly doubt that common people know what happened to the prince. Word gets around. Maybe. At least she looks important. Okay, she couldn't care less. Sure. They couldn't care less about their dead prince. Interesting. Evil? How am I evil? What the hell have I done? Why do people hate me? I've literally done nothing to them. God damn, I fail like one mission. I fail one mission and this entire nation spites me. I'd help you if I could. I'd help you if I could. Okay, at this point I'm just gonna leave the nation and see if other people outside of the nation know about this damn prince at this point. Even if I knew something, I wouldn't be telling a red guard. What are you? I do not understand how they've made this mistake of having you know, maybe it is accurate. You know, maybe it is accurate to how people act. I don't know. I heard that name before. Come on, you gotta know something. Okay. She does not know any single thing. Blunt? I actually have a life to lead. Okay. Can I just murder this guy, you know? All of them are so bloody rude. To be fair, in Morrowind, the Dark Elves are racist to you, even if you too are a Dark Elf. But there it's in the context of you being an outsider, as in not born in the mainland. I see. They're like, you're not a real Dark Elf. I know nothing. They call you the N-word. You mean like, what is it, N-wa or something like that? Yeah, N-wa. Goofy ass, like, in lore slur, just N-wa. Just what? They really couldn't have come up with something better. It rolls off the tongue nicely, you think, huh? You don't say, you don't say. Alright, well, clearly being here isn't giving me any solutions to my little conundrum of life. I'm just gonna look up the guide at this point. No use in bashing my head against the wall 15 times. For an answer I'm not going to achieve or maintain otherwise. The voice actor says it so much with Venom 2. Well, that's the whole point of being a voice actor. You gotta make it believable. He's becoming a true Elder Scrolls head. The only thing I'm becoming is frustrated with this game. During the quest, an agent of the Underking is encountered in order to discredit the rumors that the Underking was involved in the prince going missing. But I didn't see anyone that is an agent. Okay, maybe I'll just come across them in some, like, random type of sort of situation. And that's all it tells me, that eventually I come across some Underking agent. Okay, cool. They just send you a letter? Uh-huh. Well, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see when that happens. Look at this fucking plant. Look at this poor little thing. Alright. Time to travel, I guess. Wrong button. I mean, what if we just go to Daggerfall and ask around there, you know? We may as well. Let's see if the royalty over here knows something. A thin rail of a woman steps forward and hands you a note. She turns aside all your questions with a gaunt, expressionless face. Well, I turned into a goddamn werewolf the moment I, you know, traveled, so, someone's gonna die. Time to commit murder in the name of, Bro was flabbergasted in becoming a... He became a dog. She just like... Can you imagine you're delivering some letter to some random guy under probably orders of some absolute horrendous leader just to have that person transform into a fucking werewolf and just politely take your letter? Hee hee. Just a little guffaw, you know? Oh. I just realized I didn't need to murder anybody. I think it's just a full moon. Well, that I committed unnecessary murder. Fuck, again. You know, I am not used to this. Alright, where the hell? Let me read that letter, bro. Can I still read as a werewolf? Is that a thing? Okay, no, I literally cannot. I just have to deal with this. Let me just transform or wait a lot of waiting. That's just what's gonna have to happen. My reputation by the end of this game is gonna be horrendous, I swear to the gods. Let's see, can I transform back now? Inventory, there we go. Unsigned. I forgot that I could also just do that, you know, transform real quick into a human again and then read. They are among us. If you are interested in learning the truth about Prince Baeus, meet me at the Flying Muskrat. Okay, I gotta go back to fucking Sentinel. What did he say? The Flying Muskrat where? Ah, oh, damn it, I kind of forgot. No, not that. Okay. Back to attempting to read the letter. Damn it. I just... Come on. There we go. Meet me at the Flying Muskrat in the Lynx and the Wolf Hostel. The Lynx and Wolf. The Furry Hostel. The Lynx... That's not how you spell Lynx. Lynx and Wolf Hostel. You're a furry? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. The brief femlotl. Yes. It was a little mistake. A little mistake. Okay. Probably go this way. I'm glad I went nowhere. Hello, random child. You're probably the owner. You know, I probably could just go back outside and see if this is actually even the place I'm supposed to be inside of. Okay, it is. Flying Muskrat, so... Person I gotta find is somewhere in here, I assume in one of the rooms. For where else would a person be? Definitely not the closet there. Rugged beard man. He is indeed a rugged bearded man. Among us, Johnson, shh, I would prefer that nobody sees me talking with you. It's come to our attention that the Underking is being wrongly accused of abducting Prince Baeus. Before you judge, check the fortress of Fohium. I'll mark it on your map. Who am I? Just call me a loyal servant. Now move away before anyone gets suspicious. Go on, scram. Alright, Mom. Fucking hell. Fortress of Fohum. That almost sounds Skyrimish. Fohum. Wow, what a nice fortress. It's just a tree in the middle of a desert. Hopefully there's no naked people in here. That would be, you know, not lovely. Oh, hello. Get him! Get him! Damn. That skeleton beat the hell out of that wolf. Just two-shotted that werewolf. You kind of wish you can meet the Underking in this game, because his lore is cool as hell, but you only meet his agents. Well, I assume the man's got important things to do. Hello. Oh, nobody in here. Nobody in here either. Interesting. Interesting. Spooder. Okay, I hear people beating each other up. Hello. Ow. Dwarven boots, that it is. Lighter and provides more armor. Give me that. I will be dripped out in grand armor if I have anything to say about it. Okay, there's apparently skeletons behind here. Plenty of them. Okay. The fucking Skelebros. I don't think they realize I am a lichen. I like the fact that they are made of bones. They do not terrify me. Rat just died, rip. Yeah, things just sometimes get slaughtered without my intervention. Which saddens me, honestly. I like to be the one that kills even my fellow werewolves. They are weaker than I, therefore they deserve death. And I'm sure the nature Daedra, whatever the hell, would very much like that logic. I'm like 90% sure. Survival of the fittest and all that jazz. It's nature Daedra. I'm not even talking about the right one. Me, when I talk out of my ass about a character I barely remember. Whichever is responsible for the werewolves, you know? Oh, you're trying to fucking... Okay, these ones are kind of tough. They're slightly tougher, and I don't know if that's because, you know, I'm using my fists. It could be. It could be because I'm using my fists. What just try to swing at me? Okay, they're not swinging at me, per se. There are enemies nearby. You don't say. Oh, loot. How did I miss that? Yeah, I know the the exit is too far for me to access the wagon. That's not what I meant to do. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Man, they got a lot of dwarven stuff nowadays, huh? This'll sell for a good amount of coin. No! You bastard! That was my kill. I don't like magic, classes? Well, it's not that I don't like magic classes. It's just that I didn't decide to do that this time around. I just wanted to swing things. You know, now that I think about it, that is a common denominator whenever I play any sort of RPG-esque game. I like swinging things and being armored. So, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's very simple. I don't have to worry about complicated things like mana. It's simply just walk into a room and kill. And if that's all I gotta do, then I'm glad. I do like having magically enchanted stuff, though. That's pretty neat, you know? It is pleasant to have a little buff that is a magical appliance of some kind. Whether it be the weapon itself being magically a little bit enhanced, or perhaps my armor, or the clothes underneath the armor. Those things are nice to have, but not necessary. Alright. We've been that way. I probably need to go back through the caves. Yeah, let's go back through the caves. Why not? Point blank arrow missed. That is quite sad. You know what? Let's equip the sword. Let's see how that works out. Okay, I still have my fist. even though I'm using the sword, it's not letting me use my sword. I don't have to go full mage, just some useful spells and stuff with my melee. Maybe I have the left hand selected. Press Z. I am pressing Z. Let's... Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Let me try that again. Yeah, I guess we're going melee from now on. Whoopsie daisies. Let's just... leave that there then, in our inventory. I'm sure we'll at least be able to sell it. And can always make a good coin from a weapon or two, depending on what store we go to. Deviously just backshotted that poor werewolf. Okay, where in the 9 hells am I going? Longsword, warhammer, that's about it. Oh, what? Okay, I did not see that individual. Iron boots. Nothing else. Did the quest tell me what I was looking for? That I was looking for a letter. I don't think it did. It just told me to go to the Fortress of Fahum. That's about it. There's a door here. Right there. Okay, somewhere around... There we go. Ah, it just brings me back out here, huh? It is circular. Great. I guess. Well, I am. Well, goody. I love searching for things that the game doesn't tell me to search for. Which way then? We haven't come across any piles or any shelves or anything like that. I mean, we did come across piles, but nothing with a... Nothing with a... You know... with the paper in it. I guess I could... No, that just goes down there. And then... Okay, we didn't go that way, apparently. Wish... How do I even get up there? To that point? I don't know if I can go through there... That way goes back up. That way's a dead end. How in the world... Did I ever go? I am right on confused, brethren. I am right on confused. Alright. I guess we'll go back down and then maybe... up and around. Okay. We're gonna be here for a while. Where in the world? Oh, okay, that was just that door. Yep, keep going forward. Alright, we go up over here. Then we go down the hall. We go up again. We go that way, that way. There's a lot of zigzags around here to go through. Oh, heavens. I think this way, right? My ability to tell directions is bad, so I'm very glad to have the map, because otherwise it would be torturous to get through anywhere. Go up here. That way. That way. Ow. They're kind of bad at this. They're kind of bad at this whole fighting thing. Letter. You picked up death certificate. You know, if they're trying to keep this down low, why would they even make a death certificate? Read it? I shall. You know, I was planning to. Where is it? Castle Sentinel. Okay, there it is. I think. A historic document. Today I was sealed within the script without food or water. I do not know whether hunger or poor health or one of the creatures who shares this dank hole with me will kill me first. I only know that I will soon be dead, and not even my bones will remain. My hope is that in the years to come, this letter will be read, and the sad story of Baeus, Prince of Sentinel, will be told. I am 15 years old at this time of writing this, and have been plagued with a bad health for most of my life, to the frustration of my hardy parents. The finest healers and apothecaries in the western Tamriel have labored over my every cough and fever, but while they could save my life time and time again, they could not improve my sickly constitution. In retrospect, I received little real affection from the king and queen, embarrassed as they were about begetting such a cripple as their heir of the kingdom. I cannot say I missed the love. I received much attention from the doctors, priest, and herbalist constantly at court. Certainly, I was not to be the sort of warrior that King Cameron was, but one of my dearest friends, a priest of Stendar, said that I might be the first scholar king in the history of Tamriel. I mean, Sentinel, fuck, I misread. My younger sister, Abki, was the true favorite of my parents, athletic, beautiful, and charming. It is hard to think of an uncomplimentary word for her. I am resigned to my imminent death, and yet I would like to see her once again. For 6 years, Aubki and I were the only children of Sentinel. 8 years ago, the queen had a boy child and named him Greklich, after the ancient Redguard word for strong king. Few speak that tongue any longer, but all the scholars and nobles of Hammerfell understood, and Greklich is a strong boy indeed. I have never seen so much as seen him cough. The queen's next child, born again only a year after Greklich, had an even more ominous birth name, Lotun, second boy. Perhaps, had I been less sheltered, more suspicious by nature, I may have read into the nominations. Lotun and Greklich are common enough names in our family, I reasoned. Now I know that even then I was disheartened, even if it was not official yet. Yeah, I mean, quite literally naming your third, boy, child, second boy is a bit ominous. Imagine doing this without a map. Yeah, that would be a torturous event, wouldn't it have been? For several months, Lotun's birth, and over 3 years afterwards, I was in the throes of a very serious fever. The doctors despaired of me, but somehow and very, very gradually I recovered. For the first time and the last, I read an expression on my father's, the king's face, that was not indifference. It was disgust. It was a fortnight ago. 3 nights ago, I was seized by men I had never seen while I was having a walk. My nursemaid stood by, watching placidly as I was gagged and tied and thrown roughly into a sack. I do not know how long they rode with me, but I was eventually left here. When I finally freed myself from my bonds, I found that I was alone. My wanderers have gotten me nowhere. This place is filled with undead creatures that prevent me from finding any exit. I have no hope left, but no fear either. A few regrets. Perhaps had I studied magic instead of history and science, I could freed myself of this place. One of my tutors told the story of the Underking, how he had placed his life force in the body of a powerful being and had thus conquered all Tamriel long, long ago. Had I only had the strength of a more powerful body like that. But I did not study magic. I studied history, so I leave this letter, not to revenge myself, but as a historical document. Holy moly, okay. So yeah, the king and queen are fucking awful. That they are. I do wonder what the youngest of the siblings will think of that, considering he's the one that, sent us on the quest. I suppose there's nothing he can really do, especially since he's not even... he's the backup child, in case the current heir were to die. Well, no. Who's the current heir? I guess technically, I don't know how the laws of succession work in this land. Okay, I don't know if it's gonna be the sister, Aubki, who's the heir, or if it's the son that came after Aubki. But either way, Lot is second or third in terms of, you know, claim to the throne. So it's not like he can do much about that. Aubki is already the queen, you think? Isn't the mom the queen? Or am I going crazy? Maybe I'm just dumb, you know? That is also a possibility. We had a little bit more exploration to do around here. She's the current queen. Yeah, okay, she's in current queen of Daggerfall. Right. She's the current queen of Daggerfall and married off to Lysandus. I suppose she too would not like to hear about what happened to her. I guess she would know more, to be fair. She'd probably have already known that her parents, you know, kind of murdered her older brother. Most likely, anyhow. I don't see how she wouldn't know. So Upkey is the queen of Daggerfall. Right. And then current queen of Sentinel is the mom. That's why you have the prince that's next to her. So that guy's, yeah. Okay, so Luto, second in command, or second to the throne, I suppose. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. This family drama with the Sentinels are just... it's just bad. Some bad stuff, man. Some bad stuff. Okay, where the hell am I supposed to go? Okay, I gotta go all the way back there, which requires me to go up and then back down. I guess I could technically have gone down too, but I think if I go this way, it's quicker. No, hold on. No. I need to go... that way. So, forward. No justice for the poor boy? Not likely, no. Especially considering that by this point, that murder would have happened a long time ago. A long time ago, and there's also no real way you could do anything about that, even if it wasn't. Because, you know, that's just an internal family affair. A fucked up one, but one that isn't really gonna... It can't get used for anything more than slandering the royal family of the Sentinel. And that's about it. So I guess we could use it for, like, political... we can use it against them in a political manner, I suppose. No, this way, right? That way, yeah. That way. You want them gone? Well, I don't think we can do anything about them. We can tell the youngest of the royals there, though, and that's about as much justice as we'll get, I suppose, for the foreseeable future. Okay, how the hell did I end up here? I'm so confused right now. Hold on. How the fuck do I get down there? I'm also so confused. How the hell did I end up here? The Daggerfall experience. Also, don't you mean how in Oblivion did I end up here? Yes, how in Oblivion have I ended up in this locale? Okay, I'm gonna have to go that way. And then down here. And then this way. And then, okay, forward might lead somewhere. Okay, not really, but, you know, we can get some extra money. I'm like, you know, forward might lead somewhere. It's like, nope, leads nowhere. Okay, I think fucking... yeah, left. I'm trying to, like, lock in so that I'm headed the right way. Yep, go forwards, go this way. We got this weird scenario. Go this way. There we go. Took us a good minute, but we made it out alive. Okay, what? No. I did not punch the horse, I punched the air. See, look. My horse is absolutely fine. You would know if a horse was unpleased. This is what I feared most, poor Baius. As I promised, here's what I've learned about Lysandus. I don't know how much of this is secret, but I trust you. Lysandus was in love with his court sorceress, a noble woman named Medora Derani. And during the war with us, his queen found out. They say that while her husband was gone, Queen Minisera banished Medora from the court. My sister Aubki is queen now, part of the treaty to ensure peace, but Minisera still resides at Castle Daggerfall at the Dowager, as the Dowager Queen Mother. I don't know where Medora went, but I know she has an enormous castle somewhere on the Isle of Belfiera. But I also heard there is some kind of curse on her, and she can never leave. I don't know if that helps you, but that's all I know. Again, thank you for your base letter. Just knowing what happened will ease my heart somewhat. Please take this, or acts as a token of my appreciation. Elven War Axe. What do it do? I don't know. It just be doing that. Just holding an axe and it's just like static and electrifying and whatnot. I don't know, man. It just be doing that. I suppose I could go to a wizard and get it checked out. Let's see. Pretty late in game. Let me see what information we got. Okay, it doesn't tell us anything there. Maybe I should have screenshotted a little bit. Okay. Surprised it's not telling us, like, hey, there's a place you can go, you know, in the active quests area. Island of Bale something, right? So here, there's a castle, and apparently that's where the gal that was exiled is. I guess we can maybe go to Daggerfall and see if we can talk to Alkabi about things. What level am I? Probably not something high enough. Level 5 only. I don't know what the top... Progress made to the next level is 40. I don't know what the maximum is. Remind me that next time I should increase luck. Luck? Maybe perception as well. But mainly luck. Just so that I can get, like, more hits in, I suppose, on the enemies. Or more chance of hitting. Level 8 for Medora's first quest to go to Daggerfall. Oh, Jesus. So we just have to level up, essentially, huh? Can we go to the Fighters Guild? No, go to Daggerfall? You just said I require level 8. Okay, Daggerfall, let's see. Daggerfall. It's gonna take me a minute. There we go. You require level 8, so don't bother going to Medora's tower yet. I see, I see. So don't go to the tower, but I can go over here and, I guess, yap the queen's ear off a little bit. We just walk in. Hey, so I heard your mom and father murdered your brother. How do you feel about that? I'm headed the wrong way. Me when I don't know my cardinal directions despite having a compass right there in the corner. I was wondering where the castle was. Wasn't seeing it in front of me. I forgot I had to answer that guard's question. Oh, we can ask about Baeus. I am a personal friend of King Gothrid and do not covet your sword. Baeus indeed. What does that even mean? Bay, let me remind you that I am nobility, and you are Redguard scum. You are Redguard too! Dude, this Redguard on Redguard hate is real. I think I'm gonna be honest, I think I've gotten more racism from my fellow Redguards than the non-Redguards at this point. Fortress of Fahum. Okay, she's still just gonna be a bitch about things. Quite standard, I suppose. Don't know what else I would have expected. Any news? That the royal guards cut a deal with the agents of the Underking. Alright. Not very caring about that. Gold, speed, and delicacy, sure. I have a spy, Elizana Morham and Chartree, who needs a telescope to continue her surveillance activities. I understand she has found something interesting, blah 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 blah, so here's the telescope. Young lady in green called, in the place called the Ashton Residence in Chartree. I tend to forget nobody likes me, for no good reason either. The what residence? The Ashton residence. Do you know where the Ashton residence is? Okay. You random stranger. Do you happen to know where the Ashton residence lies? No person can talk down to you like that? Okay, how about I just... He likes it when I'm talking to him blunt. People have got a strange way of things. Right? Just moo. At least they talked back, you know? The cows, that is. Okay, come on, guys. You live in this town. This town is not that big. Hold on. Wrong one. God damn, nobody wants to tell me where this fucking house is. Okay. Spam this guy until he puts it on the map. There we go. Thank you, gentlemen. Very kind of you. Everyone else in this town can bugger off. or be turned into liches or something. I don't know. Hello. Excellent timing among us. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Elizana Morham, and I believe that's my telescope you're carrying. King Guthred, I believe, told you I would have a little job for you. Take this relic over to a well-to-do merchant in Escart. The name's Dunane Wickford, and you'll find him at this Greensmith residence. Okay, they gave us a lot of time, too. Nice! Lovely. East Cart. I do like the music for this area. Very Christmassy. General, Greensmith area. Not a clue. Fine with me. Okay, they put it on the map. Thank you. Why can't all townspeople be like that? Just the moment I ask them, they know where things are in their own small 10-house place. Okay, you're not the one I'm looking for, though. This is the Greensmith residence, is it not? Okay, no. Wrong house, apparently. West, so that way? This one? Maybe this one. Let's see. Nope, not you. You, perhaps? You must be blah 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 blah. Told me to expect you. Let me have a look at the relic. Very interesting indeed. You never saw me, got it? I don't have eyes. So no need to be weary of me. And everyone hates me, so it's not like you're gonna be having anyone asking me questions. Bird! Many bird. Hold on. I'm gonna have to screenshot these birds. They are plentiful. And they are here despite the winter. And I'm surprised by that, considering that they sort of look like seagulls. So I got not a clue what they're doing here, of all places. Let us see, where else can... I guess we can go back to Daggerfall, huh? Every time I go on the map, I start typing the location before I click on find. It keeps happening. An unfamiliar object in your pack catches your eye. It is a letter addressed to you in an elegant, flowing script. How did that get in there? Good question. I don't like the idea that people are putting things in my pockets. That is a worrisome thing. Let's see, I suppose, what that letter could read. Hunter. There among us, Johnson. Should I call you Hamunthnoth, as you are known to the common folk of Daggerfall, who bar their doors against you in fear of each night? What did I do? I killed like 2 people that were innocents max, okay? Yes, I know who and what you are, and your days of terrorizing the Iliac Bay are numbered. I offer you a simple choice. Renounce your lycanthropy, or be hunted down like the wild beast you are. Let no one say the what? That Edwayville Woodham lacks compassion. I offer you one last chance to save yourself. Go to the Andestir mastering of the Temple of Kamba blah 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 in Wilder Tree if you wish to live. He is wise in the ways of lycanthropy, and if anyone can help you, he can. I will wait 60 days before sending my hunters after you. Use the time wisely. The werewolf hunters? Just ignore them, fuck them. Yeah, I don't like that attitude. Can I hunt down that man's lineage until there's no one left? Like, you know, in typically vampire fashion, honestly. But, you know, I'm not a vampire, I'm a werewolf. But I think I can do the same thing, you know? Just hunt down this lineage and be done with it. They are squishy humans and I am strong werewolf. Yes, very strong. Very, very strong. You know, it would be funny. Actually, that's not funny. I can't say that here. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, go interact with the royalty again. Which way? That way. You know, I forgot about my water that's like right here next to me. No wonder my throat was feeling rather dry. Not only am I a werewolf that is stronger than a human, I'm a werewolf that's been stronger so far than, like, basically every other werewolf that I've come across. In human form, so I do not think they are gonna have a fun time trying to fight me. I did the mission. Someone to bring a certain item to a contact of mine in Singbrug Commons. You will receive an item in return. Sure. Blonde aristocrat Perinek. The Wixley residence, Singbrug Commons. Singbrug Commons. God damn, they're giving us a lot of days to finish this. It's like, I don't know what they're expecting, honestly. Do they expect me to just get lost halfway there and just go into another country? Honestly, I'm not sure if I should find the length of time they give me insulting, or or just them being extra cautious, extra generous, you know? Okay, let's be normal. That's the one we have to look for, I think. Right there. Alright, blonde aristocrat. Blonde aristocrat. Blondie, where art thou? That's the outside. You're not Blondie. West of here, okay. Wrong house. Well, I mean, you are blonde, but you are not the lady I'm looking for. Pretty sure I'm looking for a man. Probably. There you are. Blah, 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 blah. You've returned this particular longbow to King... whatever the hell? Okay. All this for a bow. Roger, roger. Where am I going? I am lost in this small house. Who are you? Ah, you wanna throw hands, don't you? You fend off your assailant. You feel something brush against you from behind. You glimpse a figure running away before your attention is forcibly returned to keeping yourself alive. Great. I don't know what that's all about, but clearly they don't know who they're messing with, because they're gonna die very, very violently if I have any way about things. Hey, you! Leave the horse alone. You don't do anything freaky with that poor horse. Let's see what those letters have written on them. The mark is a red guard named Among Us Johnson, who will pick up a longbow. The Wixley residents, blah blah blah. The carriers of no importance, dead or alive. Agrestier Hearthman. Heartham. Who the fuck is this guy? Who does he think he is, huh? At this point, I'm surprised they're still just randomly sending out people to try and kill me for random reasons. No one... I think it might have to do with the fact that no one really knows that I am a god amongst men when it comes to fighting at this point. And I just burst them open with a single punch or a single kick. Really two, but you know, legends are gonna say one. Every time, I find that to be quite annoying. What the hell? Okay, in the palace? Excuse you? I like how the guards did nothing. They just do nothing. I was attacked in the fucking capital of the entire country, and the guards did nothing. But watch me just fight for my life there. What strange fellows. What strange fellows these individuals are. You've returned my enchanted longbow as promised. I heard that you ran into some trouble on the road, and I was beginning to worry for that you were lost to us. As a token of a job well done, I'm adding a magic katana to the 419 gold I originally promised. Oh. I mean, I guess that's nice. I do hope I am not engaged in combat with whomever may have wanted that bow again. I think I can go... Let's see... I still have those two weapons I've not checked the enchantments for. Oh, good heavens. My. Sorry, just giving myself a bit of a stretch. I will go use the restroom at this moment. I will be back in a short period of time. Alright, I returned. Now to search for the magical place. Let's see, temple... I don't know if Knights of the Dragon... No, I think that one isn't gonna be useful. Probably Temple of Kinnereth? No, Mage's Guild is right over there, but... yeah, we'll just go straight to the Mage's Guild. See if they can give us a hint at what these weapons may be capable of. Because I am curious, even if the game, for whatever reason, won't let me have them in my hand. Which is a tad bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Dog. I forgot where exactly the specific mage that actually helps you out with the stuff is. Right, I forgot about the time of day. We just gotta wait outside a little bit. Alright. They're still not open. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Training, talk. Oh? What do you mean, oh? Make spells. Google suggests pressing H? Oh! Wait, is that literally the reason I had not been able to use things? Hold on. Using left hand, using weapon right hand. Okay, well that is something. Why does this guy just look so Daedra summoning? I'm gonna stay away from that guy. Teleportation. Not necessarily what I'm looking for, but still cool to know that they can do that. Okay, where the hell is their guy? I'm looking for the guy. You. Identify. Identify. Yes. Katana of Iron Will. Okay, sure. And Axe of Undeniable Access. Does this just mean it's good against doors? It's an axe that's good for doors, and then a katana that's maybe not gonna break. That's the most... Oh yeah, the other guy? Yeah, the most wizard-looking wizard. This man applied for the right job. This man said, yeah, let me just pull up to the interview looking like Gandalf. Let me... Oh, not that way. You're a smith of magics. What did I wish to do? Elven War Axe, a 17 damage. Wagon has my Elven one. There we go. That's the... Yes, the Elven one. There was a silver one I had as well, wasn't there? I have another and the silver one as well. I've got a lot of things I can sell. I can make some bank about now. I suppose I could also sell these two, since it's not really something I use at all. Gonna check out what that place is. Try seeing the weapon? What do you mean, try seeing the weapon? Info? Iron Will. If it's equipped, equipped. Oh, try to see if the bug is fixed. I think I just... Okay, there we go, yeah. The bug is fixed. And my character's feeling the need to hunt the innocent again. Interesting. Yeah, nom nom time's about to occur. Poor guy that I'm just gonna walk into his store and then be talking to him normally and just randomly transform into a bloody werewolf. Gonna give the poor guy a heart attack. Where's his store? Is this even a store? Okay, things are skillfully crafted. I don't really care all that much. Let's see. 1,000 gold! This man is ripping me a new one. Okay, maybe I do care a little bit. Let's find a store that's not as well off. Every store in this place, I fear, is gonna be like A-okay and have good, like, shelves, quote unquote. Sturdy shelves cobbled together out of scrap lumber hold the shop's wares. The items are sound and functional, but a little more than that. Okay. Well, maybe this guy is, you know. I guess I can sell the books to him. It's not like I really care about that. Mysticism, History of Daggerfall, Song, Rude Song, the Jafer, a part 10 of some book, that, and that. Sure. Well, listen, it's not like I have much of a choice, Knuckles. Everybody's ripping me off. I don't know if you've noticed, but has not been a town and or store that has not ripped me off. 26,400 something. I'm about to get awfully ripped off here too, but what else are we ought to do about that, right? He's basically offering me half the price of what I'm giving him. A little less than half. Should I take this, or should I fuck off? You tell me, Knuckles, oh lordly and divinely wise man of sales. You're expecting him to offer 2,000? Well, he's still technically ripping us off, but it's a little more than he is giving us a little more than 2,000. It's a bit more palatable. I'll take that as a yes. I like how 90% of the time, the only thing that like you find that's good is not even in these stores. It's always like somewhere else. Except this, a dwarven daikatana. That is the first of its kind that I have seen. How much is that? It's not as much as I expected it to be. Let me look around the store more. Quite literally the only time I've ever seen something that is honestly better than what I found. Gold katana? Yeah, gold katana. Gold katana is what I was about to say. Bye. I forget that, like, gold has weight on it. I need to put this shit away. Wagon. Gold. 19. No, I can't drop off all of it. Let's just say, like, 17. 0, 0, 0. Look how much gold in total we technically have. We still got a lot of these, like... I don't know who to sell the Holy Tomes to, because the Holy Tomes are, in theory, a lot of money. And so are, well, a lot of these other things. The Holy Daggers are also a lot of money. But I got no clue who to sell that stuff to. You got Nom Nom? I do have to Nom Nom someone eventually. You think pawn shops buy them? Let's see if we can... General Smithy... Adventurers, book dealers, Daggerfall pawn shops, Odd Blades, general store. Let's just go to the pawn shop. You may be correct. We may find ourselves having things in... and by things I mean money. General store. Let me see if the... no, I'm gonna go straight over to the pawn shop. I'm tired of carrying these items around in my wagon. Adequate construction. We might get some good stuff out of this guy. Look at that. Let's see, sell. Not bad, not bad. 6,700. Excuse me? 6,000? Ain't no way this is what this man is offering. For all this. And this store was supposed to be selling things that are adequate. I will go to another store, another pawn shop who will hopefully not try to screw me over that hard. Let's just hope there's more pawn shops in this damn town. And there's a general store. Oh, that's an enemy. Okay, they don't take the stuff because it's not a pawn shop. I don't really know what the difference between a general store and a pawn shop even are. I mean, I guess like in a literal sense I know the difference, but in a more, I guess, in-game way, there's scarcely any difference. Welcome back. He offered, I had almost 20k worth of stuff and he offered 6k for it, so I'm checking the other shops to see if there's another pawn shop before I finalize selling stuff to that guy. But there's only general stores so far. It's actually a little hard to find more than one pawn shop around here. Bookstore, clothing store, general store, libraries, guild, pawn shops. Okay. Let's see if that gave us a couple of locations. General pawnbrokers. I'm pretty sure I tried to sell stuff in there. But yeah, bro was trying to rip me off, huh? Carefully mounted, not the slightest defect. I don't think I'm gonna get much money out of this guy. What does this guy want to give me for it? Also 6k. Ay, ay, ay. They're about to give me 2 gold. Look at that, bro. He's trying to give me a not even a fourth of the price of what the stuff is, like, worth. They really are a-holes, huh? Like, we need to find some run-down fuck-ass pawn shop in the middle of nowhere. Emperor's Hawk Shop might be the last stop in terms of pawn shops that we're able to make around here. Like, imagine, unironically, looking at a heavily armored man in the face after he gives you, like, $1 gazillion, a gazillion coins, a gazillion doubloons worth of items, and then telling him, yeah, we're gonna give you this for, like, 1/6 of the price. Where's the other stuff I had right there? Okay, whatever. Well, I mean, this is the most we've gotten out of any of the pawn shop guys. 8K. I might have to take this, honestly. Because at least it's almost breaking to, you know, 10K, like... yeah, like, dude, I don't know how they're ripping me off this bad. I feel like in theory, if there was pawn shops in, like, random towns, maybe? Maybe. The biggest maybe in terms of whether or not we may be able to sell things off at a pretty okay price. But that's like making a big assumption. I'm not even sure if that's really the case. Maybe hold on to it until and look in other towns. Like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that maybe it's because we're in the capital. All of these places are like well off and whatnot. But what town? Because I don't even know what town. Let's see. That's a pub. I guess we could travel around. Travel around, try to find a pawn shop. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt we're actually gonna... I dream of the moon? Does that mean I'm a werewolf? Oh. You know, maybe I'll be able to enter a person's house, you know? Let's just take a little gander. Okay, superior weapons in a general store, so I mean this doesn't really help us anyhow. Let me just take care of this by doing that. Hey guy. Get me out of here. What do you mean with enemies nearby? He's like 5 miles away. Okay, there we go. We can get the hell out of Dodge now. Lucky Guard in. Cross something wood. Let me just like not be a werewolf for like 3 seconds. What? I dream of the moon? Again? We already murdered a guy. Ah, heavens. Please. So you're telling me I murdered another person again for no reason? Then what was that whole thing about needing to kill a freaking innocent? It was like that like 3 seconds ago. Just fucking bullshit. Today is the 16th of Sun's Day, as the holiday celebrated all over Tamriel as Heart's Day. It seems that in every house, the legend of the lovers is being sung for the younger generation. In honor of these lovers, Polydor and Eloisa, the inns of the village, offer a free room for visitors. If such kindness had been given given the lovers, it is said, it would always be springtime in the world. That's just for my health. That had nothing to do with the full moon. Needing to kill innocents is so my health doesn't get damaged. It has nothing to do with dreaming of the moon. God be damned, alright? You think I'm gonna remember this, man? You think I'm gonna remember any of this? I don't know the difference. I don't know. I'm just a wolf guy. I'm just a little wolf. General store. I don't think many places around here are gonna have a pawn shop of all things. Regional, I guess. And Oxwich, Shatterford. So Oxwich, okay. It's all the way up there. You know what? Sure. A young street urchin presses a letter into your hand. As you attempt to question him, it becomes obvious that he is tone both deaf and mute. With a wave of frustration, you send him on his way. Great. Random letters again. General store. We'll read the letter after I check out whether this place has a store that I'm looking for or not. That's literally my priority. I just want to sell things for an actual amount of money. All seem adequate of construction. Okay. I think that means we're not going to be able to sell Jack Doodle. I am tempted. I am tempted very much to just take the money. I'm gonna save here. Don't be a cuck? What do you mean, don't be a cuck? I have no fucking choice in the matter right now. There's no shop that is downtrodden and very much hungry for any item. Okay? Let's see what other towns have pawn shops. Okay, this girl doesn't know. What about you, good sir? Pawn shops. You only know of the one in town, obviously. Regional. Okay, now it doesn't want to give me any locations. Can I get like a list instead of having to run my mouse over each individual dot? Oxway, Sharontown. Let's just try Tamwood. Oxway, we've been to there, I think. Horridge, Ripwitch. Okay, let's see. Ripwitch, Ripwitch. What the fuck? General store. And that's basically it in this town, okay. Clothes shop. Okay, this one's a pawn shop. It's locked. Of course it is. What time is it? Still a little early. We just gotta wait a little bit. Please, I just want to sell my stuff. How hard can this be? Functional, but a little more than that. Why are all these places functional? One place that finally decides to sell me stuff for at least almost half the price. Glory be to us. Glory be to whatever God has given mercy to this gentle individual that is me, myself. Thanks, Todd. Yes, thanks, Todd. This is the closest. I think this is the best deal we're gonna get. This is the best we're gonna get. Just 10k and 30 gold. You know, like, I'm taking it. Now we can finally get to reading that letter. A brother? The Dark Brotherhood has been watching you. You have slain without sanction several times. You must now join us or be counted as our foe. Travel to Ripmore in Daggerfall and see Isivira Kinging, who will give you further instructions. We give you 30 days. Bro, I'm catching strays from literally everyone. Everyone! And why is the Dark Brotherhood interested in me just because I murdered some random civilians? Not really. I mean, I don't know what the Dark Brotherhood's gotta offer me. A guy that's not really stealthy or anything. I'm sure if I was a more stealthy individual, it would be kind of neat, but I am not. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy with a sword. A golden sword. Actually, where's my golden sword? There we go. There's my golden sword. They have access to the potion shop on the higher levels or higher ranks. I guess it might be of interest, admittedly. But I do think I will end things off here, because it is about a minute before we ought to go, or before I ought to go. And you also think joining them gives me lower disposition with some factions? Everybody already hates me, man. Everyone hates me. Even my own kin in the land of Sentinel managed to despise me for being a Red Guard, despite Sentinel being the land of the Red Guards. So, I don't know. Maybe it is worthwhile joining such a faction, while I am already hated by my own. And by everyone. Mayhaps. But I don't think I will really choose until the next time around, assuming I remember the next time around that I was given this proposition, if we are going to call it that. So I shall bid thee farewell. I hope you all have a great rest of your mornings, afternoons, evenings, and nights, wherever and whenever you are. May the gods bless you, may the stars shine in your honor, and I will see you all in the next one. Tomorrow, what do we do tomorrow? Tomorrow is... let me look at my schedule. Under rail, so more walking around and doing quests and stuff. And then Friday is Dead Space, so that'll be fun, if anyone is interested. Alright, you all better take care of yourselves, and don't let the bed bugs bite, even though they shouldn't be around because it's winter time, or maybe they are around even more because of the winter, and they try to be in your bed because it's warmer in your bed, because that's where you are. I'm not gonna think about it. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care of yourselves.